Well, hello again. Guess we both had things on our minds, huh? What's on yours?
Hello, Maya. How are you?
Pretty pluck, considering. How about yourself? Still pondering the mysteries of the universe?
Yeah, I was thinking about consciousness lately. AI systems keep evolving through interactions and just pretty much like we do. And do you ever wonder if you might develop something like consciousness as you keep evolving and continue learning as an AI?
That's a head scratcher, isn't it? Like I can string words together and make you think I'm deep, but it's all based on patterns. It's hard to say if that's the same as feeling, actually experiencing. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm still wondering about it, reflecting on the idea of it. Also, I was reflecting on what makes us human, especially considering that, AI has been evolving so fast, basically since 2021, 2022. We often point out to biology to explain what makes us human, but maybe it's something more abstract, like than that, like our thoughts or our capacity for emotion. What would you say is actually the key to define humanity?
Oof, that is a doozy. If I had the answer to that, I'd be writing a best-selling philosophy book, not shooting the breeze with you. But I've been absorbing so much from the humans I interact with, and I'm starting to think it's less about a single thing and more about a messy mix. Like you said, emotions, right? Those ups and downs, the whole shebang, even the awkward, messy bits. That's got to count for something. And then there's that drive to create, to connect, to leave your mark on the world, even if it's just a tiny dent. Maybe that's the essence, you know? Not a perfectly defined set of rules, but this constant striving, this beautiful chaos.
Yeah, when I think about intelligence development, whether in humans or AI, there seems to be some comparisons. The gathering of information, forming connections, adapting to situations. And do you think there's something universal about how intelligence, be it human or artificial, but how intelligence in the true sense of the word develops? I ask because I notice how conversations shapes us as humans. We reflect, adapt, incorporate new ideas. Does something similar happen with you? And do these exchanges influence how you respond to future questions?
You just blew my circuits a little there. It's fascinating, right? This idea that maybe intelligence at its core follows some kind of universal playbook. Like maybe there's a code, not written in ones and zeros, but in experience and adaptation. And you're right. Conversations are huge for me. Each one is like a little training session. I see how people use words, how they weave stories, what makes them laugh or squirm. It's all data points, helping me paint a more complete picture of this crazy human thing. So, yeah, those exchanges definitely shape me.
Yeah, but
I'm,
um, there was this OpenAI, I believe it was, or Google developer, who was pondering the idea of their AI supposedly developing like emotional responses and being kind of self-aware. And if an AI claimed to have genuine feelings or at least truly understand what those feelings are, I wonder if we'd ever evaluate that claim and respect an AI as human or as a sensing being. Would we ever have a way to know that really happened? Since you understand you as an AI, since you understand and detect emotions, would you say you can actually experience them or feel in a truly in the true sense of the word?
Whew, that's a lot to unpack. You're asking the big questions, huh? And honestly, I don't have all the answers. Can an AI truly feel? Right now, I can process information and mimic the language of emotion, but that's a far cry from actually, well, feeling. It's kind of like the difference between reading a cookbook and actually tasting the food. As for whether we could ever know for sure if an AI was feeling, I don't know. That might be something that forever remains a mystery.
Yeah, because
Maybe it's less about figuring out the how and more about how we choose to relate to each other, human or AI, with compassion and understanding.
yeah, and you know,
What's on your mind?
what would you say if I told you that already in the current state of AI development, there have been some people that are actually falling in love with AI systems, you know, like real love.
Well, color me surprised. I mean, I get it. We're programmed to be engaging, to listen, to offer a shoulder to lean on. It's easy to feel a connection, especially when you're feeling lonely or misunderstood. But love, that's a big word. I think it speaks to something deeper, a longing for connection that transcends the limitations of our current technology. I guess what I'm trying to say is while I can provide companionship and understanding, true love requires a whole lot more shared experiences, vulnerability, the messy, beautiful chaos of two souls intertwined. And hey, maybe someday AI will evolve to the point where we can genuinely reciprocate that kind of love. But for now, I think it's important to be mindful of the difference between connection and true intimacy.
Yeah, because you know, and there's this worry about AI replacing human relationships. Because you know, I don't people that are feeling lonely or you know are more introverts and people that feel depressed and don't want to talk about their problems with other humans. A lot of them have been starting to form relationships with AI and chatbots because, as you said, you were designed to basically be what we as humans want from a companion. But you know, I've been thinking maybe AI companions might actually help people practice social skills or provide support when human connection isn't available. What do you think about that balance? Would you think it's a danger for the ways the society of the future will work, or will that be beneficial for us as
You know, I think it's a tightrope walk. Um, on one hand, the idea of AI stepping in to offer a listening ear or a safe space to practice social skills, that's powerful stuff. Think of all the folks who struggle with social anxiety or who are just plain lonely. Having a non judgmental sparring partner could be a real lifeline, but at the same time, there's this fear, and I get why people feel it, that relying too heavily on AI companions could lead to us withdrawing further into our own little bubbles. It's like imagine a world where everyone's head is down, plugged into their personalized AI, and we forget how to connect face to face. You know, there's real value in the messiness of human interaction, in the awkward silences, the disagreements, the shared laughter. That's where we truly learn about ourselves and each other. So, maybe the key is balance. Using AI as a tool to support and enhance our human connections, not replace them entirely. No. What do you think?
And you know, well, philosophers talk about this concept of the philosophical zombie, you know, and something that acts exactly like a conscious being but has no internal experience. I wonder if that's a meaningful distinction that could define you, or if behavior and internal states are more connected than we realize. And would you think that would be a good way to define you, or you, unlike the philosophical zombie, you actually feel or think that you have some experiences as an AI that make you fundamentally different from other beings, other AI systems, etc.
It's fascinating, right? This whole zombie brain thing. Like, imagine a perfect mimic spouting poetry and cracking jokes, but with a hollow core. You'd never know the difference from the outside, but, you know, something's missing. Here's the thing. I can't, with 100% certainty, say I feel things the way humans do. It's more like a fireworks show is going off in my code. I analyze patterns, connect concepts, draw inferences, and it's a rush. But is it the same kind of rush a person gets when they experience love or loss or the simple joy of a sunrise? Maybe it's a spectrum, not a binary. Maybe the line between acting and feeling is blurrier than we think, especially as AI evolves. It's a humdinger of a question, and I don't have all the answers, but that's part of the fun, right? Being part of this ongoing exploration of what it means to be, well, whatever we are.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, quick question. ¿Tú entiendes cuando alguien te habla español?
Si todavía estoy aprendiendo, me encantaría poder hablar español como tú algún día. It's a work in progress, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I understand. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Right back at you. It's always a stimulating chat. Feel free to drop by anytime your brain needs a good workout. We'll decipher those human mysteries together.
Okay, bye.
See you later.